African American Diet, created by Jeff Lumbaugh, Anna Corpin, Tanisha Scott, and Shakitha Martin. The objectives of this presentation: introduction to the African American diet, aka soul food, healthcare issues and diet habits will be addressed, and soul food as it relates to healthcare. Soul food, a term for food cooked from the heart, is a common practice among African Americans. The origins of soul food can be traced back to the harsh conditions faced by enslaved African people in the American South, who had to make do with the limited ingredients available to them. As a result, they developed a unique culinary tradition that combined African cooking techniques with the ingredients that were available to them in the southern states. The term soul food itself is believed to have originated in the 1960s during the Black Power movement and has since become a significant part of the African American identity and heritage. While soul food continues to be celebrated for its rich flavors and cultural significance, there is also an increasing awareness of the need to adapt traditional recipes to promote healthier eating habits.
Diet habits. Before slavery, meat was not a predominant part of the African American diet. For the most part, the diet was high in plant-based food. The modern African American diet now consists of food that are rich in concentrated sweets, high in fats, carbohydrates, and saturated fats. Some popular examples of soul food include fried chicken, waffles, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, candy yams, cornbread, banana pudding, and deep-fried catfish.
Many African Americans suffer from two or more diseases, namely diabetes, high cholesterol, and hypertension, to name a few. Diabetes is a metabolic disorder in which the body has high sugar levels for prolonged periods of time. Hypertension, which is high pressure in the arteries, the vessels that carry blood from the heart to the rest of the body. Symptoms vary from person to person and generally include unexplained fatigue and headache. High cholesterol, also known as hypercholesterolemia, is a lipid disorder in which your low-density lipoprotein, LDL, or bad cholesterol is too high. Cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and hypertension are the leading cause of health disparities that plague the African American community. Strokes are the leading cause of death in the United States, which disproportionately affect Black Americans. According to research, at least 40% of younger African Americans have two or more risk factors for cardiovascular disease.
Type 2 diabetes is directly related to the diet. Intake of high sugars, glucose in various forms, will, over time, inhibit the pancreas from functioning properly. This can lead to the need of insulin to be administered to the body by injections. High consumption of carbohydrates and added sugars are found in many processed foods that are sometimes consumed daily and sometimes can be found in home-cooked meals. Socioeconomic plays a huge role in the quality of foods consumed by this group because healthier options may be more expensive, and the neighborhood grocery store sells the inexpensive foods that are lower in quality. Overall, these types of diseases are common in every racial and ethnic group, but most common in racial groups like in the African American community. Nonetheless, this cycle can be broken and preventative measures can be taken. If preventative measures are taken, not only can they be implemented into their lives, but into the lives of their loved ones and the overall community.
Hypertension, nursing diagnosis, decreased cardiac output related to impaired myocardial contractility as evidenced by elevated blood pressure reading, altered heart rate, and patient report of fatigue during routine activities. Interventions, managing decrease in cardiac output and blood pressure monitoring, promoting lifestyle and dietary modifications, and weight reduction.
Diabetes mellitus type 2. Nursing diagnosis. Risk for unstable blood glucose level related to insufficient knowledge or poor disease management. Interventions: providing patient education on diabetes management and encouraging regular exercise and physical activity.
High cholesterol, also known as hyperlipidemia, nursing diagnosis, and effective adherence related to cultural influence on lifestyle as evidenced by the inability to decrease intake of saturated fats. Interventions: establish manageable goals, help the patient understand the consequences of non-compliance.
Now here's the first NCLEX style question. Go ahead and pause the video and answer. Now if you answered bravo, you're correct. Glycosylated hemoglobin levels between 5.7% and 6.4% are considered as pre-diabetes. Here's a second NCLEX style question. Go ahead and pause the video and answer as well. If you answered delta, you're correct. The client should not have smoked tobacco or taken in caffeine in the 30 minutes preceding to the measurement. First, the patient should be questioned regarding recent caffeine consumption, exercise, or smoking. If any of these activities have occurred within the last 30 minutes, blood pressure measurement should be postponed until this period has passed.
To conclude, cultural competence is crucial in nursing practice for personalized patient care. It builds trust, reduces health disparities, and improves patient outcomes. Nurses should actively participate in self-evaluation, education, and patient-centered care approaches to enhance their cultural competence, ensuring effective, tailored care.